Hey, True Believers England team here Friday night. Let's just have a hangout. We're going to talk about whatever. And mainly, I'm looking for you guys for stuff to talk about because I looked around and nothing. I don't know. Maybe it's I'm not caring about a lot of the stuff that's happening. One thing that I did find, which I thought was funny, was there is a colorist. Her name's Tamara Bondvillain. It's actually Bondvillain. I always thought it was like Bondvillain, and considering throughout the entirety of the whole comic book revolution part of Comicsgate, she was a horrible, horrible person. I always thought Bondvillain was kind of accurate. All right, well, she comes out. Apparently, there's a cartoon. I haven't seen it yet. It's based on Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur. And she is pissed for not getting credit. And I'm thinking, why should anybody other than Jack Kirby get credit for this? What? I'm sorry, but that's the way I say, oh my gosh, but we changed the characters. You put them in modern day, and you changed a monkey boy into a black girl.
Which is kind of racist.
I think amazingly so, but look, I don't play the race card very often. I don't say, ooh, well, you know, I'm not a white knight for an entire race. I don't do that. But that seems kind of racist, kids. But that's what Marvel did, man. They flat out said, hey, instead of a monkey boy, do you want to have the main character be a black girl? Because, you know, I don't think they thought about it. I really don't think. They probably thought, well, you know, we need representation.
I mean, is she saying she didn't get credited for the cartoon that she colored?
Yeah. Here's what it goes. It says Tamara Bondvillain is regarded as one of the leading okay, I'm gonna skip over that bull crap. I mean, if they start off the article with a lie, then you can't trust it. Last night she wrote on Twitter, I colored every single issue of a comic that a new show is based on, and I get to watch on social media as my collaborators attend a premiere that I had no idea was even happening, and see them get thanks and credits while I'm ignored. Did they say, okay, adding almost 50 issues, by the way. Wow, that is actually amazing these days, 50 issues. Well, yes, that would be Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, of which Tamara Bondvillain colored 47 issues, and which has recently been turned into a cartoon. Have you seen the cartoon yet?
I saw it be advertised, and I just kept going the other direction.
I learned about it. I didn't know it was on.
Well, I knew it was on. I just don't know what channel it's on. If it's on Disney Plus or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I guess it would be Disney Plus since it's a Marvel show. But in all honesty, I saw some people talking about it, and I was like, that looks like a horrible concept. I had no idea it was actually produced, and I have Disney Plus.
It could be on Hulu for all I know.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, but I would click on there, and they're promoting everything but this show. Like usually they have that big banner on the front, and it's still talking about Andor and Mandalorian, and it's still talking about that on the front. I still see that Doug from Up. He had.
Uh-oh. Is it me? I'm still here.
To show a little bit ago, and yeah, this is getting tiring. Every damn one of them. So it goes on to say, I'm not upset at the people I worked with, just to be clear. The red carpet premiere was held on 4th of February, where Stars White Tatascori Bar. What is
Stars White Tatascori and Barry? Yeah, I guess one of the characters name is Stars White.
Stars White is a name.
Yeah.
Okay, so a whole bunch of people in.
Yep.
The voice, I get. Right. Am I back? Okay.
You're back now.
Yeah. Go away, dumbass bird. Anywho, to make a long story, really, it's not a long story, but to make it short, she's pissed off that everybody's getting credit and not her. But I'm sorry, first, foremost, and always should be Jack freaking Kirby. Let's see what it says here. It says special thanks for Moon Girl, Brandon Montclair, Amy Reeder, Natasha Bustos Double Dinosaur created by Jack Kirby. Okay, at least look at that. Look at that tiny little. He's like, he should be up on the fucking top. All you guys did, all they did was say, hey, instead of a monkey boy, instead of Moon Boy, it should be Moon Girl.
Yeah. Now, okay, so it looks like, you know, like one of those advertisements. So you have like the video playing, the small little video down there, and then you have like the banner. Like you go on YouTube, sometimes people have that. You can watch it, and here's the thing around it. Or Disney, basically describe it as Disney Plus. When you're watching the episode, it zooms out credits. The credits are giving small, and it shows you what's coming up next. That's what it looks like.
I guess, but I'll tell you what, Jack Kirby's name should be above all. Okay, it's the standard special thanks to the creators of the comic series being adapted. Writers Brandon Montclair and Amy Reeder, and artist Natasha Bustos with Jack Kirby. Naturally deserved. But it's notable that the cartoon reflects not just the characters and the line art of the comic book series, but also the choice of palette: deep reds, blues, purples, and yellow bursting color. Now, there, maybe she's got a point. If they are copying her style of coloring, then shouldn't she? Or am I ending up defending Tamara on this? If they are actually copying the look, would she not deserve some credit?
I mean, she worked on the comic book. Did she work on the actual show though?
No, she didn't. But comic book creators often get like if they've built something in the story that shows up in this, like if they do a Batman movie and it's based on year one, Frank Miller's going to get credit because it's based on year one. So what she's saying is, since this is based on the comic that she colored, she should be getting credit for it.
I would say the writer gets the credit.
Yeah,
the writer created the story that they're basing it off of. They're not doing anything with the art from the story.
Well, that's what she's saying. The color palette, the way it looks, is very much like the. I don't know.
I mean, I'll just say this right now. You knew that when you got a job at Marvel, that creators get paid shit.
Yeah, they get treated like crap. Yeah, that's why all those people you're calling racist and homophobes are going off and making their own comics.
Go to Boom Studios. Go over the Dark Horse. You'll get treated better. I guarantee it. Or go to
guy named Riley Brown says there are a lot of names in those credits too. Taking the complete credits from the comics wouldn't kill them. Doc Shane says, geez, that sucks. Sorry, Tamara. Tony Lee is saying, what happened to Tamara here is utter bullcrap. If you're a publisher or creative team that sees this happen on a project, you call it out. But let's face it, comics and movies and cartoons, and those are two different animals. They're produced and made by, it's not like Marvel Comics Company is creating these cartoons. So it's a different breed. They can't go to their boss and say, hey, this is happening and I don't like it.
As far as coloring go, I'm surprised that colorists are even able to copyright anything, because that's so hard to prove. Anybody can just color something.
Okay. Let's see. Hello to Jay Lucen. What's up, Todd? Saying the show is based on the design of the writers and artists, not the colorists. What an arrogant dumbbell, says Todd Bar. There you go. I think that sums it up. I saw this just now in the sidebar. Why not? Let's talk about it. DC Comics will not reprint Defective Detective comic. Now, if you guys have something you want to chat about, by all means, Friday night, open night. If you want to come on, you got a good mic, jump in. Says last month, Bleeding Cool pointed out to DC Comics there was a problem with their recent collections of Batman comic books. Well, and didn't we just talk about a Justice Society that was put out, but the reading order was wrong?
Yeah.
So it was Batman the Dark Detective Volume 7 reprinting Batman 474, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 27, Detective 634, 638, Detective Comics 641, Detective Comics 643, and Annual number 4. Just not all of them. We noted that Batman the Dark Knight, page 151 above, suddenly reappeared on page 153 again, rather than what would have been expected on that page. Okay, so look, this is damn near the same conversation, right? I mean, it's whether it's the Justice Society or if it's Batman, doesn't it all boil down to DC Comics just not caring? And if you're doing this over and over, this is just not caring about the reader. If they're doing this more often, if they're fucking up their trades and such like this, if they're not paying attention, if they're not producing the best possible product over and over and over, they're shitting on you. Maranya says, what letters these days? They're typesetters at best. Most don't bother to use spell check. I respect anyone who hand letters instead of relying on a technological crutch. What do we have more? SJW wanting? That was Tamara Bond villain. This one is just more DC screwing up trade paperbacks. You would think that'd be pretty easy. Hey, I want to reprint 1 through 4. Hey, why don't we put all of those issues in there, but we'll mix them up. We'll put the odd comics first and the even comics after it. It says, hello, you are receiving this email because you purchased a copy of, I guess this is what went out, of Batman Dark Knight Detective Trade Paperback Volume 7. And the page number 151 in the collection was printed twice. See, that should be easy to spot if there was an editor. I'm serious. I'm thinking overall, DC they've just stopped caring. Like, not just that, oh, we care about our message. Maybe that's all they care about. The message is, the drunk guy says. They don't care about quality, they seem. And if they don't care about quality, they don't care about the customer. Now, I've always kind of fought against that saying, oh, they hate you. They don't know you. They don't hate you. They don't hate One Slick Dude. They don't hate Jay Lucian, maybe VENKMAN, but they don't hate you. They hate me. Yeah, they hate. I think, but when you say it, they hate the readers. I think that's it. As a matter of fact, didn't I do a live stream? That young lady who wasn't the right kind of gay person. Turns out she wasn't at all, but they made a rumor that she was trans. And she said that the way that people at DC Comics talked about the readers was disgusting. They truly don't like their readers. Apathy is taken over, says Jay. What were you gonna say, Vank?
I was just saying, yeah. I mean that editor that came out from DC Comics, you know, how they misgender purposely, and instead of asking her, and they started rumors, and like I said. She admitted they don't want you, me, or anybody else who wants you here. Mm-hmm. They want the people who aren't going to buy the books. And they're upset that the people who aren't buying the books are the ones they're aiming towards. And they're pissed about that. But they will not change their ways and write books for us. So they screw themselves over. And they keep screwing themselves over because they're too prideful to admit that they are wrong and trying to virtue signal.
Yeah, if you can't see how you're wrong, you can't see how
I guarantee you that's why you're seeing some of these older writers coming back and writing the miniseries, because that's their way of admitting they're wrong, because they see how those numbers go for a lot of those books versus the ongoings. That's why Captain Marvel was canceled, but it'll probably come back because it will
come back. It was canceled because they want to bring it back when the movie comes out. The problem is that they have this comic book planned for when it was supposed to come out, and Kevin Feige moved the movie. So there was actually no point to cancel Captain Marvel. But they thought it was going to be, well, we're going to cancel it, and then we'll give it a couple of months, and we'll relaunch it with the movie in, what was it supposed to be, June, but now it's supposedly September. So that was the reason they canceled it. They wanted to start a new series with the film.
Look at the shit they're doing in Spider right now. Apparently MJ and this other guy Paul were trapped in this dimension for years, and that's what the official theory is. That's why the kids are actually her kids with him, and that's why, you know. And Peter thought it was only a couple of months. I'm sick of stupid stories like that. Is such a horrible trope. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like Superman, the current one now, by Christopher Priest. oh, I got trapped in this, time portal thing, and I've been gone for 20 years. For Lois, it's only been a day for you. It's like, can we stop with that needless trope?
Is he now out of love with Lois Lane?
We don't know. The way the issue too.
That
but she blamed Bruce Wayne because the Justice League had to stop this thing, and it was like some kind of like a alien ship, and it was fluctuating between time, and as he went to go launch it, Clark got zapped and was missing, and then he shows up at the doorstep later on that night and be like, just all distraught. And he's like, like it's. I'm just sorry. I'm just getting bored of these stories. I'm going back and reading the older stuff. I'd rather read a freaking Hawkman from the Golden Age. The dialogue
Hawkman from the Golden Age is pretty good, dude.
The Golden Age books, I want to say, are better than a lot of the Silver Age books. I just love the stories. How out of time, as we should say, they are, because they haven't aged well. A lot of them, Hawkman has killed like over 20 guys. This from issues 1 through 7 of Flash Comics, and only one guy survived. He didn't kill. Can you imagine if Hawkman today just killed